Man makes his own clothes, let the story commence.
Craig was running out of clothes. He didn't have any money. The jump centre cut off his money. He said to Harvey, you got any money? She says, you already owe me. He says, I don't bloody owe you. She says, you do, you owe me £10, 2 guineas and twopence and halfpenny. He had to go and make his own clothes. He went to his mum. Mum, have you still got a sewing machine? He had when I were kid. He said, we took that sewing machine out about 20 years ago when your dad died down the mine. I chucked it down there with them. Along with that, he never right out Adolf. I chucked it down the mine with them along with that hat that he never had off. He was wearing it that night he was with her. He never took it off even when he was with her. Then I got to go down mine then, ain't I? You're not gonna go down the mine. You're gonna die down there. Well, I got to because I don't have any bloody money. I don't have any choice, Mum.
Right. Lynn's walking through home a day. She's making some phone calls. I'll keep it done.
So that night he went down the mine. His mum said, I'm gonna come and help you. I'll hold the rope so you can go down. I just don't see why you have to do this. I get some pennies. I'll sell my cardigans. She had about 20 cardigans that most of them she never wore. He says, no, Mum, I want you to keep the cardigans. Just help me down the mine with the rope.
You said you're making phone calls. I can hear you creeping about out there.
You said you're making phone calls. I can hear you creeping about. I'm having to keep the voice down. You're not even on the bloody phone. Right, you got me. I got you. I don't think you should. Mum, you should have got Uncle Charlie to help me. You don't have the strength anymore. I got more strength than your bloody dad had. Now get down there and get the sewing machine because I need to make more cardigans as well. Need to fix some of them. So the mum, she lowered down Craig, that was his name, down the mine with the rope. And then she said, you know what? I don't think I can hold on for much longer. And she let go. And Craig fell all the way to the bottom of the mine. But he lived. And down there, he found the sewing machine and he found it Dad. Dad was lying there just a pile of bones. With a hat on. But he had a hat on. Had his hat on. He got the sewing machine. He took the hat and he gave his dad the tip of the hat. Like, thank you. Thank you. Like that bit in, what's its name? The one that the Raiders of the Lost Ark, when he says, if you chuck me the idol, I'll chuck you the rope, the lasso. And he does that, he says, that's be seeing you, or whatever he says, and he fucks off. It was kind of like that. He had to climb all the way back up. And he saw his mum. He went all the way back to his house with his dad's hat and the sewing machine, climbed all the way back up the lift shaft. Got to house where he had his mum inside, and she was with another man. Even though the dad'd been dead for 20 years, she'd never met anyone else, so who was this guy? And he overheard her say, yeah, I dropped him down to mine to be with his bloody dad. That's me got rid of the pair of them, now the house is mine. The house used to be in his name. I chucked him down the shaft. And then it went into his name as well. We chucked him down the shaft. I made them think it was his idea. Then Craig walked in wearing his dad's hat, and his clothes were all ripped because he'd been climbing the shaft. No, the dust on the dust from the shaft. And his voice was like that because of all the dust. And that's what his dad sounded like that. Because he'd always he was a coal miner. And when he walked in, he said to his mum, remember me? She had bloody heart attack. She thought he were him. She thought he were him. The dad. She went, Harvey! It's Harvey! He's come back! Another man was Craig's Uncle Charlie. She were having it off with his Uncle Charlie. His dad's brother. Craig's dad's brother. He said, you were having it off with me mum behind me dad's back. And Charlie said, I'm your dad, Craig. I'm your dad. And that were it, the end. And he managed to make the clothes. The end. And that's a true story. I don't know. Because I read it into book. Into library, probably in Blackburn. I read it into library in Blackburn. You know.
That wasn't a bonus, Blam. True story.